trust in you. Oh Lord, Jehovah, you. I trust. I trust. How to do it, y'all? In you. I believe. Say it. I believe. I believe you. I trust. I trust. Come on. In you. Oh Lord, Jehovah, you. Come on. I trust in you. I believe. Say it. I believe. I believe you are the God of miracles. You are the God of wonder. You are the God of wonder. I believe.
This is Q. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Come on, let your feet get heavy. Let's go. Come on.
A special wake up call from my friend Octavia there in Girardin. I know it's cold, but sometimes you have to wake up and start your day. Why are you staying in bed so long? I know you know, but I won't sell out your secret.
I can't hear you. Come on, say it. I trust it. In you. I believe that. I believe you are the God of miracles. You are the God of wonders.
Are you looking for more birthdays to celebrate, Octavia? The Love Alone crew in Toronto, good morning to you. The Fed Barry crew in Salisbury, family and friends from Gina and Family with Love. Good morning.
Come on. Hey, come on. So long, bye-bye. So long, bye-bye. Come on, y'all. Say it. Goodbye to my so long. Come on, catch it, everybody. Come on, say it. So long.
Good morning to Miss Shirley Duran family. Miss Duran family, the Cameron family up there in the States. Your Seeker and family from Annette with Love, huh?
So long, everybody say it. So long, bye-bye. So long,
Don't you worry, we'll be starting to talk in a minute, okay? Trying to get some, doing some research and some important subject here. Expecting some response. You know, we do it in the professional way on Q95. If it's true, you'll hear it on Q, right?
Hey, y'all. Goodbye to my trouble. Goodbye to my trouble. Goodbye, dear. You ain't welcome here. Goodbye, dear. You ain't welcome here. So long. So long. So long. So long. So long. And you say, and you say, and you say, goodbye to my trouble. Goodbye to my baby, y'all. Goodbye, y'all. Everybody ring this. You got a miracle saying. You are the miracle. You are the wonder. You are God. So long, hey, so long, so long.
All right, Dominica, here we are. Yeah. Returned over the weekend. I was wondering why this big double murder trial going on in Dominica, why the press has been so silent. I think that started just last week, where there was advised by a senior reporter that the double murder trial with the Canadians Daniel Langlois and Dominique Marchand, there's been conspicuous silence on the case. So I'm asking myself, just what is going on? So I met up with a senior reporter who said, well, Matt, the judge have said no reporting until the trial is over. And I'll ask some questions. So I made a few calls to find out whether this is she's right in making that judgment. Call a few lawyers, call a few reporters more senior than I am. And here's what came back. Matt, to your earlier question, the judge can ban or bar the media from reporting on the ongoing trial of the two Americans charged with the murder of Daniel Langlois and Dominique Marchand, but only for specific legal reasons. It's called a publication ban or reporting restriction, and it's not done lightly. And here are some reasons. To protect a fair trial, sub judice, and prejudice. The risk of prejudicing the juror, serious criminal trials like murder by jury, if media reports detailed speculation or evidence that won't be allowed in the court, jurors would be influenced before hearing it in court. Witness intimidation, tampering, the court may ban reporting to protect witnesses, especially if they are foreign or vulnerable. Admissibility is being argued as inadmissible. The judge may ban reporting on that part so the jury doesn't hear it prematurely. Also to protect victims and national security. The privacy of the deceased victims, families, Langlois are high-profile victims. The court may restrict graphic details, photos, or autopsy evidence to protect family dignity. International implications because the accused are Americans and are victims, and Canadian French. The court may restrict reporting to avoid diplomatic issues or to protect evidence coming from abroad. To protect the administration of justice, national security evidence of any evidence relates to police methods or cross-border cooperation, the judge can seal it. Legal basis, Dominican courts operate under common law. Judges have inherent power to control their courtroom and ensure a fair trial under the Constitution, Section 10. The right to a fair trial. The Magistrates Code of Procedure Act and Criminal Procedure Act also allow judges to hear or to clear the court or restrict publication of its in the interest of justice. So there are many reasons why the judge, I suspect, have banned or stopped the reporting of this big high-profile case going on there. If they want, media houses can also apply to the judge to vary or lift the ban. If the judge refuses, they can appeal to the Eastern Caribbean Court of Appeal. Or do you see any media house in Dominica applying to the court to vary or lift the ban? At the end of the day, the judge's job is to balance freedom of the press versus right to a fair trial in a high-profile double murder with foreign nationals. Judges would ordinarily be extra cautious to avoid a mistrial or an appeal based on media prejudice. So, hence, the judge, from just this explanation, has every right to bar the media from reporting on the ongoing trial of two Americans charged with murder of Daniel Langlois and Dominic Marchand, but only for specific legal reasons. Okay? Just so that we get an explanation, because the questions will be asked as to why. So the judge, based on the explanation he just gave, have every reason. Or else there may be a mistrial. Now we have an understanding. Let's move forward. Thank you very much. 449-3095. So hence the reason why you're not hearing anything from this big murder trial going on there in the courts that started last week. All right? Thank you. I hope you now understand. 449-3095. I just thought I would do some quick research and find out just what is going on. Thank you. Thank you. You know, I'll find out. Because I was very, very concerned. Hello, talk to me on the telephone, yes? Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Matt.
Morning to you, yes.
But Matt, the public hasn't been barred from
No. You can go and sit and take your own notes, but you can't publish it now. Okay? All right, thank you there. Yeah. Unless the trial is over. I'm sure the reporters are taking notes and they will be able to tell you after the trial, okay? We had foreign nationals, foreign reporters coming in too as well. Some of them have to leave. There's still a few in that case. There's still a few in Dominica as well. And that case started last week. I was not in Ireland. I just wanted to find out just what is going on. I know you wish you were a fly on the wall, huh? There are many things to talk about, huh? I suspect the UK officials have given some serious instructions to the government of Antigua. I'm sure, without a doubt, the same instructions have been given to our government in Dominica, but apparently something, they have not reported that, but we'll talk about that later. If we don't take certain action, these restrictions will continue. That in a nutshell, but we'll talk about that later. But in the meantime, let's talk about what's been making the news over the weekend there. Let's listen to this. Boy, our NEP workers are speaking out. That's the big concern this morning. Are the officials and government paying attention to the cries of the NEP workers? Let's listen to this publication that's been making the rounds on Facebook. Listen. NEP workers not pleased at all.
Okay, the internet was giving a little issues. So I'm back again. Shady Live. I want him to get it. And I don't care. Because it is not right. It is madness. It's craziness. It's just not right. We are all humans, yes, on the NEP, on the Treasury. We are all humans. Today is the 6th of July.
Was yesterday.
And NEP workers cannot get paid. I don't care who begs. I don't give a fuck. Me personally.
What's your language? What's your language?
People have bills to pay and children to take care of. NEP cutoff is on the 15th of every month. Treasury won a fifth of a month. Today is 6. And up to now, NEP workers cannot get paid. I had to go to Treasury to find out about my salary. Treasury telling me it's either today or tomorrow or later down in the week. So how people surviving to take care of the children and the family? How they can pay the bills? Flow cutting off on the 5th. Digicel is the 10th of every month. And every month you have to go to a company like Digicel and Flow or PTP, which is on hold. Courts will be calling you. It is not nice. They can treat NEP workers better than that. They can treat us better than that. If all you do are money, better you close on NEP because people struggling under all you. People struggling on the NEP workers, boy. And I don't care who vex and who go and tell Prime Minister, who go and tell Parent. That is not my business because I am very pissed about the situation. Every day people coming to work. Those on the roadside have to cut grass. Go to work every day. Use what they have to go to work. Use what they have to make for their children. Do something. And at the end of the month, people cannot get paid. You have to wait on the 5th to get paid. Today is the 6th. And people cannot get paid. And all you had my business. And all you better just watch for what you're commenting on my Facebook. Because I know my whole life history and I know my day for. Just watch for all you comment and comment there. Ashma had big thing, good with Savannah. And see us now. No salary. Today is the 6th. And I cannot get paid. NEP workers cannot get paid. People sitting down in office cannot get paid. People on the roadside cannot get paid. People cannot get paid. See us. Like we like dogs on the Treasury. Like they don't have no act. I go Treasury this morning and ask about my salary. Today or tomorrow or later down in the week. I say, my lady, did you get paid? She told me, yes, I get paid. So I tell her, all you do have a hat for we that is NEP workers to get paid. She said, I understand where you're coming from. I tell her, no, you do not understand where I am coming from because I work for the month. I'm supposed to get my salary just like government workers on the 30th, on the 31st, or the 20th of every month, or the last Friday in a month, we supposed to get our money. We supposed to get our money already. It was like that. All of a sudden, now they change it to segments. For what? Or you don't know what people going through in the country. Things are so expensive. People have light bill, water bill to pay, internet. What's the one to a year government do pay now? All they want is their money. If you take anything on higher purchase. When your water bill cuts, you have to pay extra $100. They're connecting it without the $100. No? For reconnection, you have to pay the $100. NEP and Treasury needs to do better than that. Trust me, it is frustrating. That's why them young people just want to kill themselves. That's why young people want to go and sell their body. And still going and sell their body for nothing. Just to have something in their pocket to sustain themselves until government pay. Am I not making sense? NEP can do better than that, and Treasury can. Think of people that is single parents. Think of that. There are people that just make newborn baby and they cannot do nothing for the child because why? NEP and Treasury haven't paid people as yet. NEP and Treasury haven't paid us. See that? Every month we have to be going through that. The 5th of a month, we cannot get paid. It's not next week. Sometimes a 9th, a 8th, a 10th. It is crazy. It is frustrating. It is madness. Somebody needs to do something about that. Somebody needs to do something about that. Somebody needs to go to the Prime Minister and talk to the Prime Minister, them power reps. Somebody needs to go to him to fix that. Because it is craziness. It is madness, boy. People that have children to feed, bills to pay. And how people surviving without that become money. Time we get that money, it finish. Because bills don't take that. If you have a loan, you take it. If you borrow money from somebody, you have to pay back the person. So how we sustaining here in Dominica under NEP? Always a late salary. It's not a nice thing, boy. I can't click off people that are not strong like me. There are people that are weak in the head. There are people that are weak. There are people that are weak in the head. And checking they just go and kill themselves because they don't have no money. They cannot feed their children. People abusing their children under frustration because of money. The government can do better than that, boy. Put back people to get paid on the last Friday in a month, for the 30th, or the 31st, or the 28th, or something, because every 5th of a month, that is not a good thing. Look, today is 6 and I cannot get paid. Today is 6 and I cannot get fucking paid. And I don't care who send it to Prime Minister, who send it to my partner. They know already because they had bunks and she don't worry. But they can do people better. Treat us better.
All right. In a nutshell, you heard what the young lady had to say. Then you can take it to the Prime Minister, you can take it to her power rep, but she's speaking out. has some serious concerns, huh? Just yesterday we were talking about suicide. Why people, young people, getting frustrated with the system. A lot of young people just want to speak, but they just cannot speak. I refuse to speak. But believe me, 90 oh, it's 8:57. Are you there, caller? Talk to me. Yes. The
I
frustration.
say praises, thanks, blessings, and glory to all those who sacrifice their personal safety and security trying to elevate mankind to humanity. Mr. Petty, blessings to your family again, sir.
Blessings to you, sir.
Matt, it's a hurtful shame. Matt, I'm a little emotional. Matt, I know a lot of people sit down and say, oh, it's not that I vote in Labour. Nah. Oh, it's not that I don't say they thank God for stuff. You know, we are like that, Matt. Matt, we turn people into a double victim. You see, yesterday I illustrated something to you talking about the girl that got raped, Matt, because of the way she was dressed. And the rapist or the rapist, whatever, they go to court and say she's a prostitute. And it's the way she was dressed. So after our people are going through what they're going through in that country, Matt, then blame them. You have Lebanese, you have Chinese, you have Bajans, you have Dominicans, former priests, people that study psychology, exorcism. They know how to deal with demons and cast spells, Matt. You have all kind of wicked and evil people against an unsuspecting nation, Matt, and manipulating every move. Them priests and bloodcut pastors, all of them that talking about heaven and hell. Listen to her, and Matt, I do not have to listen to her. My eyes and my ears, my senses, Matt, every fiber of my being can sense what is happening to children, women and men. All of us can sit down and say, but, oh, they can get work to do. Oh, it's smoke, they're smoking. Oh, young women is prostitute, and just blame a double, turn them into a double victim, Matt. Matt, it is criminal for the Prime Minister of Dominica, very, very, very criminally minded. Maybe that man is a lunatic. Matt, how can you watch people suffer and all you focus on, my brother, is your longevity in power, your long life, like 2050, and talking about Dimitri, and making all kind of foolish statement. Man, that man, he says, getting black. I don't know what is happening to him. So maybe Scarrett need to be arrested, like, like in St. Lucia. Matt, how can these women go through? Matt, one of these days, they might just beat up a swiper, man, You see them brush cutter, man, Matt? Everybody think they're supposed to stop. Matt, how many times do you have to stop when you're trying to make a day? Maybe they need something like a scroll with 2 metal poles, and they can maybe have a heavy hammer, knock it deep down in the earth to protect the vehicles. Matt, one hit me right at the edge of my eye, Matt. Matt, a few, and that time I used to wear glasses. Matt, if that did hit the lens, I would be a blind man in one eye, maybe the both of them. And listen to people suffer, begging, Matt. What they need is not submission, is exhaustion. And that's what they have done to the opposition. They had them exhausted. Yes, say all you want. You don't say in Dominica, silent night, holy night. Socially, boom, 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 boom. Politically, no dog back, silent night, holy night. All of your actions are inadequate. It is not sufficient. It is insufficient. Listen to the woman cry. And many others that are so afraid to speak, they're intimidated because of victimization, Matt. And it hurts me. Every time I watch people, my mother always tell me I'll die with nothing because somebody maybe wash my hands. Well, I don't have nothing to give, don't come to blessings, though. But the brutality of these criminals, Matt, have to stop by any means necessary. But let me leave your radio station alone because that is too much
I can see
for a
you.
nation to bear. Man just hanging themselves like as if when it's Christmas, lights they hanging on a Christmas tree. Blessings to you, bro.
It was Sparrow who said they like it so it's sweet, huh?
Never looking back but a selfish man. I will be involved in this election. I don't know already, I won't fail. Plus I am looking for fortune again. All I have seen is that you pay close attention to the many problems we all face from dawn to dawn. You're intelligent, I think, and you should face issues. But you behave like a moron. Costing me for we are born, but you fight with no water. You pay too much more butter. Take it, leave me, and go. The terrible school system is such a bloody problem. Take it, leave me, and go. Agriculture in a state planning is inadequate. Take it, leave me, and go. The northern and southern either the two pins are power. We like it so.
And they're asking young people why they're leaving Dominica in droves for a better life. That's why. Somebody's explaining there on Facebook. Why the masses are suffering scary in St. Lucia, stewing in the CARICOM and Carrigo meeting, huh? That's a Facebook message. On the telephone, let's go back to the telephone. Yes, good morning. Oh, sorry about that. Hello, they like it so it's sweet. Are you there? This is Matt in the morning. Talk to me. Are you there? Yes? Hello? We're not connected on the overseas line. Hello, talk to me. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. It's not about it's a local.
No, it was before you. Go ahead, Joe. Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. Matt, where's the premises scary?
It's in CARICOM. A meeting in CARICOM. Yes, in Lucia.
Well, it's very like CARICOM, CO. While the people are suffering, all of them, all these leaders, all they care about is CARICOM, Garrigo. Send on Facebook all the toasting champagne, and these guys and the country is in trouble. Each and every one of them. Crime is out of control. Trinidad crime is out of control. Grenada, Barbados, cost of living. Young people say have nothing, and these guys all they're doing is a CO on taxpayers' money in the Caribbean. These guys are the worst bunch of Caribbean leaders the region has ever seen. These guys are corrupt. They're wicked.
All right, caller. Yesterday's topic was very sensitive and sad. The doctors of the IPU are helpless. They wish they could have run a rehab facility to care more for the mentally challenged citizens. Very sad to treat them and send them back on the streets. Very, very sad. Good morning, my dear. Very sad. And is there spreading the red envelopes to win votes? Oh my God. Good for them. Let them talk. Your eyes will open eventually. Hello, talk to me on the telephone. Are you there? Yes? Uh-huh.
Yes, Matt. Good morning to you.
Morning to you. Yes. Morning. Yes. Uh-huh.
Matt, this is something I got it. I don't know. Last night I listened to it sometime in the morning, very early in the morning. I'm out very early. Matt, this just brings what Dr. Fountain and the UWP has been saying into very sharp focus. These people are not supposed to be on NEP forever. You bring them in, you give them a trade, you teach them to do something, and then at a certain time, these people will be able to make money on their own, to do things for themselves. You're dependent on NEP. What's going to happen to you by the 6th of any month? You're going to be dependent on what Roosevelt Skerrit has for you. When Roosevelt Skerrit now at this juncture is only concerned about who wins Roosevelt North. But I would like to give Roosevelt Skerrit awakening. The money you're spending in Roosevelt North, it's a pity that I'm not living in Roosevelt North. I'm not registered there. the money that you are spending in Rosanov, you're going to see that this doesn't help you win the Rosanov or any other party. People vote you and vote you because they want you, but Rosanov, you will lose very, very, very bad. You cannot pay me at all. None of them. Not Dr. Fountain. Nobody can pay me to vote for them. Right? So this will show them you have to have your own trade, your own thing, to be able to do your own thing, to make your own money. And as long as they cannot understand that, you crap bird shit in their broth.
We're taking a break, but word for our sponsors will come right back. Thank you.
All you know, I just made goal winning Roseau again. Same place outside Flossies. I tried to dock in, but you had time see me. Where? Story start again. Million, lot of my partner with Gaza. Talk fella. I said the same thing you doing, shopping at Flossies, and you don't have to tell me the same thing you tell me last time because I busy. It's to hear him way. You reckon? About my pocket, boy. I won't tell you that I save money in food and drinks when I buy quantity. I save more. Oh, shucks, man. Good when you're still telling me. I know already. The pack I expect him, why? But it could him up here for Palais. I will tell all my friends from London, US and Dominica to come to Floss's. Right next to the Rosa Market. Open Sunday to Saturday. Floss's can't do but toujours.
If you know quality, then you must know the manufacturers of Dominica's finest rums. Belfast Estate Limited, over 80 years leading the industry with exceptional standards and formidable customer service. We present the manufacturers of BB Rum, Soca Rum, Red Cap Rum, Cask Rum, and the signature Belfast Estate Rum Punch. With island-wide distribution daily, Belfast Estate Limited has cemented its mark as the distributor of choice for products like Eldorado range of rums and creams, Kubali Bear, Corona Bear, Guinness, Root Boy drink, and of course, Sunblast juices, Topper Snacks, Vitamalt, and Pine Hill juices. Call the office at 440-7032 or visit the distribution outlet at Jimmy Dominica. Follow on Facebook or Instagram at Belfast Estate. Belfast Estate Limited, your leading manufacturer and distributor of rums in Dominica.
Dominica Breakfast Time. Dominica Breakfast Time. At Dominica Freight Systems, we provide services which are flexible, reliable, and customizable to meet your unique requirements. Dominica Freight Systems, your total freight solutions from start to finish. Located in Capeville, Dominica. Contact us on 616-1705 or visit our Facebook page for more information today. Dominica Freight Systems.
Fuel your farm with premium animal feeds at Bloombox. We're excited to announce a major expansion to our lineup. Bloombox Farm and Garden Center is now your go-to supplier for high-quality animal feed. From poultry to livestock, we provide the specialized nutrition. Feed portfolio includes poultry solutions, broiler starter, grower and finisher, play, starter, grower and developer, layer 19% and 17% formula, swine care, grow pork 280, so ration and hog mix, small pet and livestock, rabbit ration, ruminant feed, and universal feed. Whether you're raising a backyard flock or managing a full-size farm, ensure your animals are getting premium quality feed for the best results. Visit Bloombox in Roseau on the corner of Hanover Street and Drury Lane, or Bloombox Goodwill, 66 Federation Drive, Goodwill. Call us in Roseau at 235-3483 or Goodwill at 235-3480. Let's bloom together.
All right, Dominica, we're back. Hello, talk to me. Yes?
Good morning, Mato. Good morning, Dominica. Good morning, St. Joseph. Mato, I am mad.
Why you mad? Why you mad?
This morning, I'm pissed off. And I'm saying that to labor rights, UWP, ICE, all the kind of ICE. I really not talking politics. I am mad. In 1990, I went to Grenada in Dominica Youth Cricket. And they take us to the nutmeg factory. And they bring us to the second floor where they're picking out the nutmeg, different color. And I met a young lady. And I asked her, what are you doing there? She said she's working and their job is to, take out black nutmeg from red nutmeg. And I said, what's your age? She told me I'm 16, 17 years.
Well, Matt, I was ugly, but you know, man, only by making chase. I said, but what you doing there? You should be in school. There is no better job. Instead of being in a nutmeg factory, she said, well, I said, not well, don't let me come back Grenada and seeing you choosing nutmeg from that. In 2026, in my own country today, a young lady will proudly say, she know, I believe her. When you hear young people, especially young ladies, say those things, it's serious. Women, young girls are prostituting to make ends meet. Now, this is serious. Roosevelt carried every financial year. He always takes $300 million and put in his office from the Treasury. That means to say taxpayers' money going directly into his office. Nobody know how much he getting from the CBI. We know 51,000 passports and more have been sold. Matt, I gotta tell you, this man destroyed the private sector. These young people have no right working directly under the government. There should be in the private, a thriving private sector is the boom for a country. Because why? The private sector always pay more money than the government. You're telling me these people have to wait for 28 days or 30 days or 31 days to get some of them only working 5 hours, $9 per hour, less than $1,000 per month. My boy, I mean, this is heartbreaking, you know, man. This is, I mean, I can't believe human involved in politics. We cannot say we worship in a man before our family. Dominican, this is not right. This guy taking on for granted, meanwhile on pension. God bless Dominica. Thank you, my brother.
All right, thank you very much. As I said, they like it so. It's sweet.
You're back in a jacket in a hospital. Stay on, you ain't getting one dance. When I come out to mama guy, focus and say, how are you going to feel the honey? Political society can't get out, so it's what living with cockroach and rat. Take the still beam and go. Incessant flowing over, you could catch yellow fever. Take the still beam and go. Soldier and bulldozer break down the shocking mover. Take the still beam and go. It's plenty sexual favors to be attended.
Dominican, somebody says, must demand the resignation of Mr. Skerritt now. And the police should put him under house arrest. You're looking for cock to get teeth, huh? Hello, talk to me on the telephone. Good morning. Yes.
Good morning. This is Ati Martin.
Hey, Ati, how you, man? How you doing?
How you doing, man? How you do?
Well? A little concerned, though, given what is happening in Dominica, and I'm trying my best to stay well. Thank you.
It's so important to stay, especially as you're getting younger.
I know.
Pay a little more attention.
Young like you, yes. Okay. Thank you.
Absolutely.
All right.
But you know, man.
Yes.
I know we're confronted by a horrific, terrifying, and worsening situation. But I want to remind people that Dominica has, up until very recently, had the capacity to employ thousands of young people. I just want to help people remember that if we are well organized, well managed, and handle the resources of the country well, just remember, not too long ago, Ross University employed close to 400 people full-time and close to 1,000 people part-time. Just remember, Dominica Coconut Products, when it was operating, employed full-time 214 people and several hundred farmers part-time supplying copra to the factory. Bellow factory used to employ significant numbers of persons processing locally produced fruit into product that could be sold all over the world. So the banana industry, up until not too long ago, even when we were down to 800 registered farmers, the banana industry, every fortnight, those 800 farmers more than likely had to employ at least one additional person. So that was another 800 people that received work regularly on a weekly and fortnightly basis. So this is just to remind us. Generally, we lament terrifically and terribly the pain of the current, but it makes us often forget that we do have the capacity. So if we have the capacity to create lasting jobs that are dignified, jobs that require skills and so hence require graduates from the state college and other colleges and institutions, why are we not doing it? Why are we depending increasingly on handouts, which is what I call the NEP, because an NEP program without an investment in skills development, management, logistics, technology, without that investment, it's a handout. It's an emergency handout. And you cannot be running the future of an entire generation of young Dominicans on the basis of a handout. You're turning them into beggars. You're turning them into mendicants, into people who have no confidence in themselves. So here are some suggestions. We have had access to a vast amount of resources called the CBI money. I'm not even talking about the money in the banks, like the Aid Bank and the National Bank and the other Republican. On one source, the CBI. If we use those resources well, we could by now have created so many jobs, we would have probably had to ask more Haitians to come and live. Here's what I mean. More recently, there was a hotel built on Lale Coco. That hotel was built with money from the CBI. That hotel is reported to have cost $70 million. It was under the direct management and control of a local gentleman who is a full-time employee of the government, but who was also acting as agent and project director for that hotel. So why are you asking people who already have jobs to take on more, to earn more, while there are hundreds of young people who need a job? What did you see if you observe? You live in Point Michel, so you will be up and down that road passing through Lale Coco every day. The workers who were employed to build that hotel using Dominican money were Chinese. There were so many of them employed that they had to let them live at the Cicero Hotel next door, the old Cicero Hotel. So every morning, you would see dozens of Chinese walking from the Cicero up to the site of the new hotel, Lale Coco, and in the evening, you would see the river. And why did it not strike someone? The local guy who is the director of the project, the Ministry of Works, the Ministry of Youth, that, my goodness, we have endless Chinese. We don't know how they are here. They are here. And they are going there to do what? To paint, to nail pieces of wood together. In other words, they're going there to do jobs that Dominican workers from Louvière, from Michel, Newton, St-Gilles, all we have skilled builders. They could be the ones that could be going to build that hotel, a $70 million hotel. The hotel was built, it was opened, it's operating. The Chinese have gone on to what? I don't know, maybe another job. But meantime, NEP workers have been Dominican youth. And I listened to that young lady this morning. And what she's lamenting is something that years ago was highly reported in Dominica, what is referred to as transactional sex, where there were parents and then there were groups of adults who had organized young women and young boys to go to houses where they were selling their bodies for a transaction. You know, it was prostitution. And so you see, we are not only denying our young people jobs that are available, like on that recently built hotel there, but we are now condemning them to the most undignified life of having to sell what God gave them. You remember what the minister said? Go and sell what God gave you. Shut your pampalam. Yeah, when you get that kind of policy guidance, that kind of political guidance being given, what do you expect? So if our young people are driven to the stage of being explosive, there's nobody to blame. But guess what, Mike? Guess what? We have close to 700 police officers as registered operating policemen in Dominica now. Yet every one of them have had a weapon assigned to them as part of their equipment for the job. Each one of those weapons, the long ones, cost between $5,000 and $7,000 US. Do the math. 700 times 5,000 US. How many jobs could that be created? You mean it is more important to equip police with artillery and guns that are used in a war than to invest in the creation of more jobs? Work with young people, get Sister Nats, who knows all about processing local produce into product for sale. Work with her, help her establish those processing plants all over Dominica. Help the Pidissepan Bayol Cooperative to restore its capacity to process more bay oil. Help the farmers in the north of the island, like Mr. Louis and so on. We've been talking about coffee. In other words, man, the road is clear. But it is clear, it is not only that the driver cannot drive. The driver does not want to drive. So the driver has lost all purpose and reason for managing. So basically the ship is on autopilot. I couldn't end this submission to you this morning by suggesting the following. By not suggesting the following. I believe, as my dear friend Blessing keeps reminding us, that is the blame, there's enough blame to go all around. The responsibility is how I'm going to put it. Is not just for the public sector and the private sector to inform and educate so that people understand why things are bad. If you don't understand why, you will never be able to fix it. And the primary group of persons I want to lay this on is the persons in the opposition. Persons who, for one reason or another, feel that they have something to contribute to an alternative leadership profile and architecture for Dominica. Fine, I want to encourage them. And I'm saying that we must all give them encouragement, but we must also give them guidance. It is, don't follow the footsteps of the persons who are themselves responsible for the problem. For instance, this feverish set of meetings and community consultations and dialogues that are going on as a result of Roosevelt by-election, that should be year-round. You cannot allow the reason and purpose and trajectory of your organization to be driven by a strategy that has worked against you successfully for 20 years. Stop it and start ensuring that there are community conversations constantly throughout the year, because people have to eat every day. They have to wear clothing every day. They have to travel every day. So I'm just suggesting, my dear brothers and sisters in the loyal opposition, the little exercise you're going through now with a by-election still under the control of the gentleman, make that your standard operating procedure. Not just because this is by-election. Every week, go around, engage people in conversations. Finally, if young people continue to see the adults of the society being able to get away with all their bad behavior, their criminal behavior, their looting of the public purse behavior, their undignified behavior, if young people see that going on and nobody getting hauled up and say, well, you have to stop, but because they see we dropped the Integrity in Public Office Commission. They're seeing people who were principals in organizing the illegal transport of Dominican voters from the United States of America into Dominica to vote from 15 years ago. Some of those people are here. They return to Dominica and they have big jobs in the government. We know who they are. And the young people are saying, but well, wait now. And this is same people who organize using the offices of the Embassy of Dominica in New York to send voters to Dominica. But here they are, they have big jobs, they work in TS and other jobs. Let's be clear. Children learn what they live, not what they hear. Living involves hearing, it involves smelling, it involves seeing. So if you teach people by your way of life that there's no price to be paid, no penalty to be paid for defrauding Treasury of Dominica, what do you expect them to do? They are going to say, well, okay, well, you owe. Because you're thieving, I cannot thief, so you owe. And they become victims of programs like NEP. They become mendicants of the society which cannot afford to be a money giver to everybody. So my urging, my brothers and sisters of Dominica, all of us claim to be Christians or to have some sort of a spiritual space that we travel into a week or whatever to sort of restore our strength. My God, if that is the case, why do more people not engage, not just to talk? I only decided to call today because, frankly, not because I feel talk will make a difference, because talk by itself never makes a difference. But I feel that in my life, so far, at 80 years old, I have engaged in practical efforts at helping change around and moving things, organizing, mobilizing, educating, and promoting, that I feel I have earned the right to speak, if I wish. But I don't believe that our almost wholesale development or dependence on speaking on radio is what it is. Whatever we say on radio, let us organize community conversation. And let us go. And let us listen. And let us organize and mobilize. And let us insist that those who have done Dominica wrong by stealing Dominica's money for their own private purposes, or by denying the flow of resources that Dominica has put into the pockets of Dominicans and allow the Chinese and whoever else other people come here, and for some reason they seem to be the ones at the top of the line. My urging, if we want to avoid getting to the point where people say, well, I have nothing to worry about, and I don't, we must avoid getting to that point. And that is my hope, that is my prayer
for Dominica.
And Matt.
Thank you. All right, Arthur, thank you very much. A lot of food for thought here by Arthur Martin and Elder Noah Mitz. I've seen it all. It's 9:33 in the morning. Let's listen again. This young lady, this part of her speech here.
Check me, I've never make a live about that. But now I have to make it because it is frustrating. I tired call my cousin and talk to her about it. Tired. And all she telling me, just be a patient. I tired be a patient. Be a patient. Tired. I want my money. Treasury pay me my money. I work a whole month. Today is the 6th of July.
All right. Dominica. Buple, remember Buple? We miss you, Buple. We miss you. Yeah, Dominica. It's Tuesday morning in Dominica.
Signal the tower. Losing power. When it's swinging around, see what next people themselves roll. As if their lives in danger is someone else, not them. People members they lazy, the captain thief in the car, and the master just cannot see. The plane is going to crash. When flood the airport, it might be bring it up. It's cocktail in my beer. Hey, my name and take some pictures. Just to show myself he was there in the morning. Business class, and the pressure. Singing for your supper.
Let's go down in the archives. For a minute there.
On that, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something that we have to deal with in the next term. And that is the low wage that the average Dominican gets in Dominica. There are too many people, too many employers in Dominica exploiting the ordinary women and men and young people in Dominica. And the Labour Party must address that in the next term, ladies and gentlemen. And that's our commitment to taking you to the next level. No, I don't want the young ladies who are single mothers to be earning $80 a week in Dominica. I don't want them to be earning $100 a week in Dominica. How can you feed a family on that?
Your words, not mine, huh? This facts are stubborn things.
When flood the airport, it match the country. Gentlemen, let me tell you something that we have to deal with in next term. And that is the low wage that the average Dominican gets in Dominica. There are too many people, too many employers in Dominica exploiting the ordinary women and men and young people in Dominica. And the Labour Party must address that in the next term, ladies and gentlemen. And that's our commitment to taking you to the next level. No, I don't want the young ladies who are single mothers to be earning $80 a week in Dominica. I don't want them to earning $100 a week in Dominica. How can you feed a family on that? Dominica, people members, they greedy, they cycling.
9:38 is the morning time, Dominica. This is Q. Happy to be back. Hello, talk to me. Are you there, caller? Yes.
Yes, Matt. Good morning.
Morning to you, sir.
Matt, to summarize what Mr. Matt has said, you know, it's very interesting. But basically, the situation that I see from his comments is that we are like one of those African countries where the president or the prime minister, well, the president, usually is the president, an executive president in Africa, he's been paid off by the colonizers to keep them in power, to keep them taking all the resources of the country. Because you can't tell me we have a shortage of workers, of labor, or of jobs, and you are bringing in all these Chinese to do these jobs. And I am not convinced that Dominicans cannot do these jobs. And when I compare the quality of the structure of the hospital that was built by the Chinese, and I compare, let's say, Mr. E.H. Charles's building, that is a solid building. That building will be there for a long time without problems. And we are already seeing problems at the Dominica China Friendship Hospital. So don't give me that crap about Dominicans are not qualified to build. That is just a whitewash to give the jobs to China and deprive Dominicans of those jobs. And that is exactly how I see it. I don't see it any other way. Enough said. Thank you.
Hello.
Yes, good morning.
Morning to you. Morning, yes.
Yes, Matt, you need to let us know the year that Prime Minister Kerry say about the wages, and because I know if it's 3 election ago or 2 election ago, that's a long time that he double crossed his own self. He's speaking against himself, you know. So the people should be hearing that. But and there's something I want to say, because what I say is the people, Dominicans is not making money. And then there's an area in Biosh. You know, I understood it was purchased by the Prime Minister. You know, going along to Biosh, I mean, all investigation and that. There's an area going way down to the sea. You know, and every time you pass, you see concrete. They are putting fence out of concrete. You know, so. And that fence must be costing a lot of money. You know, so to be by the road fencing is concrete and those things, and Dominicans are struggling to survive, my brother. This is not good, you know. I think somebody have to do an investigation on that thing. But I personally already see some of the government fellas there in the area, you know. So we want to know if that really purchased by the Prime Minister and doing some kind of project down there, why Dominicans is you know, what about the house in Roseau? You know, nobody wants to say who house it is, the big or yellow house in the middle of Roseau, you know, and it's just standing empty. You know, that is wasting funds, wasting money, why people struggling. According to Afimat, and that's the thing I always say, you know, all the industries we had Bellu, we had Ross University, we had Colgate Palmolive, we had DCP, we had Paul Plastic, we had Paul's Pastoreni, we had Sandals, we had Cardboard Facts, all those things. Everything was to remember, those things they closed, all that closed on their leadership, and they are still coming back in 2028 and 26 and asking people to even give them a vote. That is shameless, man. I met that guy in Dublin once, Reginald Austri, coming and begging people to go and register. In Austri days, the guy will bloody well talk, sorry for saying it, but it's reality. You know, begging people to go and reconfirm for them to vote for Labour, remember Labour. I tell him, but what can you tell the young people? You fail the young people, my brother. You fail the people of Dominica. You should be ashamed even walking in the street of Dominica to talk to young people about voting for Labour Party. You see, these guys have no shame. As somebody said, they're out of government, they are not ministers, but they're still getting a salary, and that is the reason they're getting the salary. For going around and spreading their foolish rumors and asking people to come back and vote for Labour Party where they still the people already, man. Thank you.
All right, thank you too. 449-3095-96 and 97. Let's do this, and we'll come right back. Stick around.
KFC. KFC. Looking for some place to go. Variety meals for soul. KFC. Grab your family and your friends. Join in the experience. KFC. It's the place to be. Made for you and me. KFC. KFC. It's finger licking good.
We are ready.
We are ready.
We are ready.
We are ready.
We're ready.
We're ready.
We are ready.
We are ready.
We are ready.
We are ready.
We're ready.
We are ready.
Digicel, we are ready. The season of big matches and big moments. Watch the World Cup live on Digital Plus TV. The front row seat to every match, every moment. Digital Plus TV, bringing you closer to the game.
All right, Dominic, it's already 9:44 in the morning. We're approaching the 10 o'clock hour, yes?
Matt, you know, I don't like when people play on my emotions. Okay? That's exactly what the video is doing, play on my emotions. I don't like when people make me think that I am heartless or unempathetic or unsympathetic or hard. I am not that kind of person, but this is what I have to tell myself no. Because these kind of videos where people are suffering, they play on my heartstrings. However, when people walk into a situation, you were warned, you were told that this CBI money is not sustainable. Just to attend a meeting, you have to be provided with a new red outfit because everybody must be in red. You have to be given hair, eyebrow, eyelash, whatever its name is, mapa on it. Okay? You have to get outfit, you have to get food, you have to get drink, you have to get gas in your vehicle. If you don't have gas in your vehicle, you have to get bus fare just to attend a meeting because you must be there because you are an NDP worker, and if we say jump, you have to jump. These are the kind of things that we were warning you about. That money is not sustainable. CBI money will finish one day and you will be crying. Tato, we were warning you all. TikTok, remember? We were warning you all. And now CBI money dry up and they cannot pay you. Okay? We were telling you that money will finish one day. So remember the responses we were getting? Oh, jaloux. Okay? They were given apartments. People that have jobs, given apartments. This guy in Point Michel who lost his family during Maria, he made a video again this morning, all right, crying that he has not been given anything. And in fact, his pal rep is making stories, whatever it was. I'm not going into that. These are the people who were supposed to be getting the cool out and the handout and the free apartments and the assistance from CBI money. Now NEP workers are crying. Yes, I feel sorry for them. But you walked into that situation. You were told before that NEP is not supposed to be a lifelong employment. It was supposed to be a temporary 2-year thing. Get training and move on. They have holidays so you can do whatever they ask you to do. If they say jump, you say how high, and you even jump higher than they ask you to jump. Okay? So I have to just warn the future NEP workers, those who are still in the system. When you are given a cool out, put half in the bank, put 3/4 in the bank. Do like me. If I make a $50, I put it in the bank. So the days when I don't have, I can go to the bank and swipe my card. Okay? You all cannot be spending everything they give you because it will always have money. Life is not like that. It will finish one day. So NEP workers, you are creating your own situation, your own future. You decide that you keep voting that government that want you to be jumping when they say to jump. Don't come and cry for people that warning you all the time. I am not unsympathetic, but you all are walking into your own situations. Stop being wicked to yourselves. Stop making yourselves miserable for a government that doesn't care about you. When they ask you to do things for them, it's not because they like you or they love you, because they need you. And they need your vote. And the day they don't need you, you can jet your con sorry. Stop it. Stop being wicked to yourselves. That is my contribution, man.
But Dominica has a short-term memory. They do not listen to speeches at rallies because they are mostly drunk. Long-term NEP work, NEP may be a violation of labor rights. And it's the abuse of the youth. We have lost the skills and knowledge of all those people who worked at DCPs, Cooley, and all other processing plants we once had, and replace it with seawater and side road cleaners, huh?
Pico members, they lazy, the captain, in the cat, and the pastor just cannot stay. The plane is going to crash.
On the telephone, good morning to you. Yeah.
Good morning, Matt. Good morning. Let me say to you and all your listeners, and you know, Matt, I want to say to the people who have not been paid, I'm sympathetic to them for the work that they put in and can't get the reward. But I want to say to them, they allow that to happen, man. And that doesn't mean they deserve what they get. So I don't want anyone misconstrue what I'm about to say, man. Let me say something. I'm going to use a word with you this morning. It's called protest. And I'm going to add to that a silent protest, man. You see the young lady you played there on the Facebook piece this morning? She and many others who work a day's work and have not received a pay for a month. You go to work every day. If you haven't received your pay and it's continuous, this is not the first time. It's habitual that this man abuses people like that. But a silent protest is what the country needs because a lot of people are afraid. Okay? So if you're afraid, you don't want to go out there and protest and police come and then you got to deal with that. Stay home. Don't go to work. A boss won't move. A shop won't open. Nothing sell. The town is empty and people wondering why on a Monday or Tuesday there's no action in the city. This is a silent protest that the people who are being abused decide that they're not going to spend no money because you don't have the money. Why are you spending it? You got to go to work every day. You're on the job every day. You're spending money that you can't get paid. And if you are not getting paid, don't show up for work because it's the same way that you don't have a job. If you don't have a job, you stay home, right? So if you're working and you don't get paid, it's like you don't have a job. Let me say one last thing. Our people spend too much time these days on what we have and what we used to be. And let me be honest with you. It's gone. What we need to do is spend our time on organizing on what we need to do, what we should be doing. Because what we had and what we used to be is there no longer. So we must make a change. We must work towards a new day.
and stop reminiscing and being angry at the whole situation because it's not changing. The only reason things gonna change, the people must change the mindset, change the action, get into action, put things in gear, and get these useless people out of here. Now, I heard Mr. Martin say something about that hotel, but somewhere I read that same guy he talking about, because you know that's a conflict of interest. You know, you buying and selling hotel and selling passport, and you're still working for the government. I heard that hotel was sold, and this guy gets what you call a $7 million fee, man. That is the corruption to the height of corruption. That is the people's money, and any government who comes in place, I urge them to go after all these criminals and find the people's money back. Even they go from riches to rags, as the other way around, you know, from rags to riches. That's the term that I'm using. So they go from riches to rags. Take the money back, confiscate all property that they did not earn, lock their ass up. Good morning.
Hello, talk to me on the telephone 449-3096. Let's listen to this one there. Very applicable to the situation at this time.
Oh. For over 20 years, we've been plagued with this kind of governance. They say this small country moving forward with confidence. But movement could mean backward, downward too. And right now, plenty of people don't know what to do. Things tight down here, pressure everywhere. Farmers working hard, but still living in fear. When we sing political songs, they say we crying down the line. But I got dreams and ambition, I just want better for we people and it. We crying out for better days. Struggle at the same old ways. Yet the people know, yet the people cry. We want a future where the youth can fly. We crying out for same old, let the people voice, let the people cry. We want a picture of you can fly. Young people educated, but no work to be found. So many talents wasted while frustration going round. Mothers can't afford the bills, fathers stressing too. Yet every election season promises sounding new. Road prices high, everybody feeling pain. Still they smiling in our face while we standing in the rain. But Calypso is the people voice, and I go sing it loud. Speaking for the ones who suffering, but still standing proud. We cry for better days. Let the struggle and the same old. Let the people voice, let the people cry. We want a future where the youth can fly.
A future where the youths can fly.
Don't tell me hush me now because I love me country bad. That's the reason why the situation's making people sad. We need action, not distraction. Leaders got to understand. A nation can't progress if the people can't make a stand. Feel like giving up my life deep inside me soul. When the unity and justice got to take control. And then I sing it through, and I never back it down.
Someone said on Facebook, man, all these videos are for naught because they're still going to vote or put their votes in the same spot, huh? But they should speak out. Wrong is wrong, right is right, huh? I will never tell you where to place your votes. It's your conscience call, huh?
Fighting every day. Hey, hey. Better must come someday. For the people fighting every day. Hey, hey.
All right, let's go back to the telephone. Good morning to you. This is the Hot Sit, Dominica's most talked about talk show. It's 3 minutes to 10 o'clock in the morning. Hello, talk to me, yes?
Yeah, Matt, just quickly. Matt, all the billions that are missing, Matt, do you think they're in a vault privately or in a bank?
It may be somewhere else too, somebody under somebody's mattress too. You never know. I don't know.
No, Matt, you do not stop billions of dollars. Matt, that is in a bank and interest is growing on that. My beloved darling and other people, do not make excuses for criminals. That's what they have perfected, the art of stealing, making money disappear, and have poor people suffering and crying, Matt. They cannot make ends meet, and that's why they want you, Matt. They have you exhausted. They do not care about submission anymore because they realize how resilient and rigid you are, Matt. They cannot have you to say, okay, I support you now. But guess what? They can beat you down to a pulp until you can't even talk. Matt, the Chinese, Matt, if the money had run out, Matt, why is Kerrit and them, all of them, look, the partner talk, I heard about the London BH, somebody give me the information, Matt. And nobody don't know, look at the House of Dark Secrets. Nobody don't know, look at adjacent to it, opposite that House of Dark Secrets. A kind of massive thing may be erected again. And Rosa is on fire, Matt. So all of a sudden, you'll have some gentrification, Matt, and then all of a sudden you can rent a basement in Roseau. Matt, I'm saying the Chinese are involved in it. No wonder Skerrit did not even understand what he signed, or Skerrit is that criminally minded for him to deliberately make that deal with the Chinese to give them every major infrastructural work, Matt, and even little work laborers can do too. The Chinese doing it to impoverish Dominicans. So it's a phasing out process. Dominicans cannot stand the heat and the depression, the poverty, the exploitation, so they're running away. But the Chinese are buying Dominica and possessing and taking control of Dominica. But look at Roseau. But Roseau, the Chinese take over Roseau. And they're secretly, like the disease they brought into Dominica, termites, undermining Dominica. And they have carried by the balls, Matt. Matt, sorry to say, but that fool does not know what he was struck by. So all he can do is try to, multiply and enrich himself and hoping that he can survive the onslaught, the violent attack of the Chinese on Dominicans, Anthony Hayden and everybody. Look at a poor woman and other poor people working in NEP, Matt. Matt, this year that happening, Them man not paying those people on time after they paying them pennies on the pong, Matt. Having them people, they endangering their lives by watching vehicles passing up and down, man swiping and ladies, they're raking and hot sun, Matt. These days, this sun has multiplied in its intensity. And at the end of the day, you paying them peanuts and you want to always be late on payment. Man, that is psychological warfare on the people. I agree with the Empress a while ago. They were warned, but adults these days behave worse than children. It seems like children are faster to learn these days than adults. So let us cut them some slack. And the song you played a while ago, Matt, we know we like it. So Sparrow was being quite sarcastic. And I'm saying, Matt, these leaders have to be given a dose of their own medicine. Why the hotels are not stopping? Why all the mansions they're building are not stopping if the CBI money is drying? Matt, these are criminals, Matt. Thank you.
All right, Dominica, let's go back to this Facebook post about this young lady that's making the rounds. And I think I just got this morning another young man from my community was making his own videos as well. So young people are beginning to get the message, I imagine, huh?
All young people to come and cry totally for a salary. People working hard for. Yes, Colin able teach me to make life. Yeah. Oh, are we? No, but I never make life. That's my first time doing that. I need my money, Treasury. Stop sit down in the office and talk in crew and malpale people. And when people come to you, they have more aptitude than people. Pay me my money and vex with me.
Pay the girl her money. Pay the girl her money.
Oh. For over 20 years, we've been plagued with this kind of governance. They say this small country moving forward with confidence. But movement could mean backward, downward too. Right now, plenty of people don't know what to do. Things tight down here, pressure everywhere. Families working hard, but still living in fear. When we sing political songs, they say we crying down the line. But I got dreams and ambition, I just want better for we people and it. We crying out for better days. Struggle at the same old way. Get the people going, get the people cry. We want a future where the youth can fly. We crying same old, let the people voice, let the people cry. We want a future where the youth can fly. Young people educated, but no work to be found. So many talents wasted while frustration.
The organizers of the Scottsdale Jam there on Sunday, somebody's asking you to please clear the road, in case of emergency, because it's still on the road. If the rubbish truck comes to take the rubbish, you just cannot pass. So those concerned, please remove the stage and the speakers in that area, please.
Où était après Simgaba le compte Dioche là? Il fait rôle il a voué. Il gagne. Mon savent qui va il va mon il pas fini payer mon l'argent terre. Il va un deposit on saute namon. On 50 grand. Mais il pas fini baler mon dans l'instant là mais il font rôle mais ils font on bail au fond en pioche. Et là où quand on tu là on go kay plan au cas où tout ce bail là mat ini kay là ini bagay là la vraie ini mon sauter à la vraie c'est gain bois puis bagay Dominique Kevin ici ani mette mon chien even monsieur travel aller Dubaï monsieur dit on moun il passe comment il peut mon l'argent toujours ça et ça scary dit on moun ça il dit pas comment faire et puis dit go casda avec les moun qui support opposition là ni l'argent toujours ça c'est un homme qui a try mettre moun à real poverty mais jouer là man jouer là il can try to be like il faut mais pas me lever il quick pas me lever and il garde man de déjà il y avec crédit mon
we crying for
Well, the young people seem to be speaking out in recent times. Let's listen to another video there from a young man in the Point Michelle area. Listen to this stuff.
Yes, Father John. Listen to all. I'm ready. Yeah. Listen, I never really make a video. First time I'm doing that. Yeah. But it have over a year. Now myself I want to make a video. Yeah, because I seen a lot of people making video and things talking about Dominica government who good for this and who checking for that and who for the poor and who for the not so, how I should say it, unfortunate. Yeah. But you see me, I want to give my little views. Yeah, because a little while I want to give my little views on that little subject. Because myself, I was the victim of disaster. A lot of people maybe don't know me, but my name is Danny Williams from Point Michelle. Yeah, I don't know if all remember Mario time. A couple years ago, no, 7, 8 years ago, myself, I maybe all lost fun because to me, my minor self, I was running on adrenaline, so to me, I doesn't even try and keep up to it. But I moved around them ages step. Yeah, Mario time, I lost my family, practically my whole family, 9 members in that Raven disaster thing, and everybody. I remember that time, everybody come in and play parts like they so care and want to come and consolate and do say this and promises and see me today after how much years from government ministers and prime minister and pal rep saying, oh, you'll be safe once you have a Labour Party, once you have a Labour, you have a government, you'll be okay. And from that to now, never get nothing from the government. Well, little scraps, go and lie. They already give me little scraps, but what I try and ask them for, which I lose my house, my land, everything, never get nothing close to that. Oh no, so it's Rabi, my family place. For how much years now, since after marriage. Yeah, so boom. Now, couple months ago, Nanny Parrot had a conversation, so I was asking her like, why is he waiting? You check so long, always say a little supposed to give me something, at least a house or something for me to check, put back myself on my little foot and to see how I can move forward and thing. Yeah, but I was over phone messages first. I messaged her first, and all other messages on my phone telling me how I is the enemy of the state, or how I make political party use me, and which, let me tell you, every anniversary of that Mario thing, reporters always coming around, including Curtis Matthew. The other day, like 3 weeks ago, I had to dread him and make him know, like, you come and interview me how much time, and I never hear it on DBS. Only Q95. You check. And that is why now my power rep saying political party use me, telling me, oh, I is an enemy of the state and I well known in the government, in the Prime Minister's office and this and that. And so, anyways, I have so much to say, but I don't want to make too much of a long video. And I know it's gonna have reactions, and I'm waiting for it because I have so many proofs. And like I tell all you, I have messages from my pal rep telling me I is the enemy of the state. And I well know in the office. So, like, that's my views on them people. Them people is pure shit. Them people only worry about people that kissing their ass. Them people want you to bend over, kneel over, roll over, break your face all on the ground so that they can walk on you, just so that they can give you a few scraps. And that is not that I'm not the type of person I be, not so my mother raised me. And that is why them people have an issue with me. Them people say I is the enemy of the state. You check? And they want to pretend like, oh, they all for the good and for the people of Dominica and thing. But them people is people that only there for themselves. They're only there for themselves to enrich themselves and to make themselves better. They don't worry about nobody else that not close to them or not kissing their ass. That's, but them people is just pure shit, I telling you. Me, praise God, it have worked God, I telling you. And like every day I am moving on, like God keeping me going. That's why me, I can never put my trust in no man. You have to put your trust in Jah, because I was neglected in Dominica for so long. How many years? Every other people in my village tell me, boy, how come the government never give you nothing? Oh, they build a couple of apartments, they'll get one this time, man. But they know deep down inside, they will check me. Even big liberals tell me, boy, one thing, them people, should I really give you something, eh? Yeah, but me myself, I was telling them, like, my response as a man, I have 2 balls and I will survive once I have a God. Because my mother raised me good. She not there now. God rest her soul. But she raised me good. Yes, I can do everything it have. I'm not perfect in it, but I can do everything under the Father's Son. From construction, I'm a mason. I can do fishing. Right now I'm into farming. I'm not a lazy fella. I must eat, I must survive. And where there's a way, where there's a will, there's a way. God always provide for his children. And one thing, like my message to Dominicans, like when you put a monkey on your back, that monkey go and keep on jumping on your neck until you always journey until. But if you don't put that monkey on your back, I guarantee you, God going to light your way for you, and it going to have blessings for you. It might have one to hard times, but bad times don't last forever. Keep your faith in Jah, and you must make it.
That was Mr. Danny Williams out of La Pointe, Michelle,
People don't know
who
what
lost his mom and about 9 members of his family during Hurricane Maria.
down here.
Danny, we feel your pain.
Family's working hard, but still living in fear. When we sing political songs, they say we crying down the land. But I got dreams and ambition. I just want better for we people and it.
And those in authority, I hope you're listening now.
Like the same old way. Get the people going, let the people cry. We want the future. We can't fly. We fight the same old way. Let the people voice, let the people cry. We want the future. We can't fly. Young people educated, but no work to be found. So many talents wasted while frustration going round. Mothers can't afford the bills, fathers stressing too. Yet every election season promises sounding new.
Somebody's asking me, who's the parents of this young man? Well, he's lost his mom.
But Calypso is the people voice, and I go sing it loud.
Her name was Anne there, up there in Point Michelle. It was remember the family who lost 9 members on that day, that specific day. Their house was washed away during the previous hurricane there we had in of Maria. The house was washed away, taking everybody, 9 members of the family. But luckily he was not there at the time, so he survived also by his sister.
Because I love my country bad. That's the reason why the situation's making people sad. We need action, not destruction. Leaders got to understand. A nation can't progress if the people can't make a stand. Feel like giving up, but deep inside me soul. When the unity and justice got to take control. And then I sing in truth and I never back it down. Cause it's so it's the heartbeat of the people in this town. We cry for better days. Tired of the struggle and the same old way. Let the people go, let the people cry. We want a future where the youth can fly. We cry out for better days. Let the people go, let the people cry. We want a future where the youth can fly. Come on, come someday.
Well, the young people are beginning to speak out, huh? That's a serious sign.
Hey, hey, hey. Better must come someday. For the people fighting every day. Hey, hey.
All right, Dominica, we're back on the telephone. It's already 10:15. Talk to me, yes. Good morning.
Hey, Matt, good morning.
Morning to you, my brother. How you doing?
I good. Matt, first time in history I see a political party have more money than the government of a country. Matt, the Labour Party have plenty more money than the government of Dominica, you know. Because the government of Dominica cannot pay NEP workers. They have how many projects closed down? Take, for instance, they have a police station they started in St. Joseph, repairing a police station in St. Joseph. That's like an eyesore right now for how many years now that stopped in St. Joseph. That haven't moved not an inch forward in St. Joseph. St. Joseph have to be sharing police station with Salisbury. Now they start an ice machine in Layu where they pour the foundation. That stopped. It have money to finish that. But if you go around the country, you see how many projects that the Dominica government start, and it closed down because it don't have money. But yet still you see in the Labour Party have money, making CO, giving people money, giving them material, giving them steel, giving them cement. Right now, Matt, people getting invoices to go and just get material now, especially in the Roseau North
constituency. People getting invoices to get material. I'm a contractor, so I can tell you. You understand? I tell them already, don't call me, because if I give all an invoice, once they see my name on it, I put cause for you, all you will not get it. So don't even call me to give all your quotation. I cannot do that. Because I don't want you to not to get all your money. You understand? Now, Matt, another thing. Matt, the Prime Minister of Dominica is a very wicked man, Matt. And Matt, when I tell you this man is wicked, this man is a wicked man.
I'm asking you, why would you say that? Why would you say that?
Matt, the Prime Minister of Dominica have farms all over the place where he doing farming. And he have farmers that was big farmers that cannot go to the farm right now because they don't have road to go to the farm. Responsible of his farm. And not these farmers is the one that taking the goods and bringing them to the supermarket and boycotting the small farmers. The Prime Minister can get how many greenhouses free of charge because the World Bank giving free houses. He taking all the greenhouses, he and Austria, all of them. They're taking all them greenhouses for themselves.
But that's a serious allegation, though. Any proof of that?
That cannot be allegation, Matt. That happening in real. You can go on cottage, you will see Austria on. The Prime Minister farm all over. Matt, let me tell you something that happened. Matt, there is a set of farmer, and I'm calling people name. There's a set of farmer in Bios that sell couple bags of pumpkin for a huckster in Bios. And when the Prime Minister get to know who that farmer sell the pumpkin for, he give them the order to cut every single pumpkin, whether it's good, whether it's no good, cut every one of them. Just because of the person that buy the pumpkin. And that is concrete thing I'm telling you. You understand? They can challenge me. I have evidence of that, Matt. You understand? And that pumpkin has belongs to the Prime Minister in Colio and the person printed for him. That man is a wicked man. And today an election going to come. What are you going to tell the people of Dominica? What are you going to tell the farmers of Dominica, my brother? To vote for you? Matt Roosevelt carried on them right now. I'm sending more tashin than anything out in Guadalupe Indian man. You understand what you're telling you? He's sending all ginger, everything out right now. He boycotting the farmers. He buying it from the farmers for big money and they're selling it Guadalupe next to nothing. Just because they don't want to see the farmers and prosper. You telling me that allegation, Matt? But that is a real thing I'm telling you. Some of the farmers, I'm promised to talk.
Well, that's what I'm telling you. I hope you have the evidence to defend yourself. That's what I'm saying, yeah? All right.
Matt, I don't care. They can challenge me if they want, but I'm telling you what is happening. That is what is happening, Matt. The man have how many farms all over the place? He have people working for him. And they're selling all them stuff for all the supermarket. And them farm belongs to him. Matt, right now, there's another piece of property when you're going up Warner. The man just buy. He just buy a piece of property there, and he's a farm going to put it there. He have a farm down in Collier going down there. He have one in his place where he come out saying you telling me about allegation. That is real thing. They're telling you. But election coming, Matt. So let him believe that he's going to get the vote of the farmers of Dominica. That will never happen because the farmers of Dominica are going to turn on him like milk because there is nothing sustainable for these farmers. And everything that the World Bank is giving for the farmers, them big boys, they're taking it for themselves. And the farmers, Canada, the farmers getting nothing. A farmer has to be buying a bag of fertilizer for almost $100, and then they get the farmer and fertilizer free. And they in government, they're not making the money. They don't have the money. They have our passport money in the pocket. They can afford to buy fertilizer, and our farmers have to be struggling to buy fertilizer. And when they buy the fertilizer, it don't have market for them to sell their goods. It don't have road for them to go in their farm. You think that is fair for the people of Dominica? Man, have a good morning.
Have a good morning myself. Thanks for yourself. 449-3095-96 and 97. Just stick around. We're here.
Oh. For over 20 years we've been plagued with this kind of governance. They say this small country moving forward with confidence. But movement could mean backwards, downward too. Right Right now, plenty people don't know what to do. Things tight down here, pressure everywhere. Families working hard, but still living in fear. When we sing political songs, they say we crying down the line. But I got dreams and ambition, I just want better for we people and it. We crying out for better days. Struggle at the same old way. Yet the people cry, yet the people cry. We want a future where the youth can fly. We crying out for the same old, let the people voice, let the people cry. We want a future where the youth can fly. Young people educated, but no work to be found. So many talents wasted while frustration going round. Mothers can't afford the bills, fathers stressing too. Yet every election season promises sounding new. Roads rough, prices high, everybody feeling pain. Still they smiling in our face while we standing in the rain. But Calypso is the people voice, and I go sing it loud. Speaking for the ones who suffering, but still standing proud. We cry for better. Let the struggle and the same old. Get the people home, get the people cry. We want a future where the youth can fly. We cry out for better. Let the struggle and the same old. Get the people home, get the people cry. We want a future where the youth can fly. Yeah. Tell me hush me now because I love me country bad. That's the reason why the situation's making people sad. We need action, not distraction. Leaders got to understand. A nation can't progress if the people can't make a stand. Feel like giving up my life deep inside me soul. When the unity and justice got to take control. And then I sing in truth and I never back it down. Cause it's always down because the people in this town.
It's genuinely new. Ordinary tyranny wants your obedience. It silences you, it frightens you, but it leaves your inner world more or less intact. You may think what you like, so long as you keep quiet. Total domination wants more than that. It wants the inside. It runs on two engines. Terror, which isolates every person until no one will act with anyone else. And an ideology. A single idea that claims to explain all of history, past and future, with airtight logic, so that no fact can ever contradict it. And here is the most important sentence I can give you. The ideal subject of such a regime is not the fanatic, not the true believer who burns with conviction. It is the person for whom the difference between fact and fiction, between true and false, has simply stopped existing. The one who no longer trusts what they saw with their own eyes over what they have been told. Once enough people reach that state, anything becomes possible, because there is no longer any solid ground from which to say that is a lie. You do not have to make people believe the lie. You only have to wear them down until they no longer believe anything at all. Exhaustion, not conviction, is the goal. Now to the thing itself, and I want to be careful because it was genuinely new. Ordinary tyranny wants your obedience. It silences you, it frightens you, but it leaves your inner world more or less intact. You may think what you like, so long as you keep quiet. Total domination wants more than that. It wants the inside. It runs on two engines. Terror, which isolates every person until no one will act with anyone else. And an ideology, a single idea that claims to explain all of history, past and future, with airtight logic, so that no fact can ever contradict it. And here is the most important sentence I can give you. The ideal subject of such a regime is not the fanatic, not the true believer who burns with conviction. It is the person for whom the difference between fact and fiction, between true and false, has simply stopped existing. The one who no longer trusts what they saw with their own eyes over what they have been told. Once enough people reach that state, anything becomes possible, because there is no longer any solid ground from which to say that is a lie. You do not have to make people believe the lie. You only have to wear them down until they no longer believe anything at all.
All right. So sometimes you see the truth, you know. You can't even say it's a lie, huh?
With this kind of governance, they say this small country moving forward with confidence. But movement could mean backwards, downward too. Right now, plenty of people don't know what to do.
Remember this very early interview with the Prime Minister many years ago?
Working hard, but still living in fear. When we sing political songs, they say we crying down the line. But I got dreams and ambition. I just want better for we people and it.
The archives, they say, you know.
The same old
They're very stubborn things. So let's listen to Prime Minister Scary when he became the Prime Minister and the promises he made to the young people of Dominica.
The leadership that I'll provide to Dominica is one of inclusion. The country requires the unity, cooperation, and understanding of everyone. Dominica is not Julio Scary Dominica. It is not the Labour Party Dominica, but it is Dominicans Dominica. And I think if we're interested in the development of Dominica, we will all rally behind the government of Dominica to ensure that our children have a future to enjoy. Our children need the guidance and leadership to ensure that they can grow up as mature adults in Dominica. We need to hit the streets to meet with young people who have not taken up the challenge of improving themselves. And I can assure the young people of Dominica that they will have the support from the highest level. Special attention will be given to the youth and to the children and to the elderly.
ambition. I just want better for we people and
Back in the archives, huh?
same old.
Promises made at the first interview of PMN's Carrot. Our young people are our priority right now.
Young people educated, but no work to be found. So many talents wasted while frustration going round. Mothers can't afford the bills, fathers stressing too. Yet every election season promises sounding new.
Matt.
But Calypso is the people voice, and I will sing it loud, speaking for the ones who
Yes, Matt. Yes, Matt.
Oh boy, this is my kind of guy. Danny Williams is his name. Danny Williams.
From La Pointe.
You are the light bulb of the day. You are. Keep it going. You know, stay encouraged. And yeah, I endorsed everything that you said. I do. I am. You know, I'm very proud of you. Keep your head up high. You know, and yeah, like you say, stay believing in God, and your mommy raised you well. You got what it takes. You know, I say stand in there, stand your ground. You know, I'm very, very proud of you. And I hope there are lots of other young people in Dominica who heard this and can take a page from that, because yeah, you will survive and you will succeed with this attitude that you have. I say keep it going. That was a good one, Matt. That was a good one. Young people, you know, it's your future. It's your future. And you want to generate, you yourself want to generate wealth for your own family, not just the government. What is going on now, it's wrong. But that's what they do. They promise you things, and then they give the person next to you something, so you could see that they gave your friend something or your neighbor. So you're going to wait your turn, and you're waiting your turn for 10 years. and they'll tell you keep waiting. It's like a freaking Ponzi scheme that's going on in this government. So you guys need to rise up, rise up, and like I said, your vote is your sword. Your vote is your sword. Go out there, because you know what? When you get that monkey off your back, that monkey has no power over you anymore. It's just that simple. You can do it. Go ahead. Let's work. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Young people educated, but no work to be found. So many talents wasted while frustration going round. Mothers can't afford the bills, fathers stressing too.
Good morning. I saw a video on social media where a young man making a comparison. If Jesus are doing it for labor, this one time not do it for Jesus. Anyway, that's a very strong statement. That's a very strong statement. I'm not taking sides or anything. But for a young person to think like that or say something, make that statement. No, I look at the guy. He don't look like he's insane or anything. The man look like he's of sound mind and consciousness. But for a young person to make that statement, it is a lot. That is a lot of emotions that go into that statement, my brother. That's a lot. A lot of emotions. So the only way I can summarize that statement, that statement the young man made, something does not sound right in the Commonwealth. I am not a psychic or anything like that, but something doesn't sound right, man. I don't know. Boy, that's a nice video from the archives. And to date, the young people are independent, the dependent. Why are politicians to pass around and spread money and envelope for the young people? Why can they be employed to get their own money?
While we're standing in the rain, but Calypso is the people voice, and I go sing it loud, speaking for the ones who suffering, but still standing proud. We crying out for better days. Let the struggle and the same old. Get the people home, get the people come. We want a picture where the youth can fly. We crying out for better days. Let the struggle and the same old. Get the people home. Get the people crying. We want a future you can fly.
Somebody's asking me, what has happened to my boy news? Where is my boy? Is my boy no longer interested in exposing the government? Has my boy been bought like Isaac for 30 pieces of silver? No. Somebody was explaining to me just yesterday, because you're not the only person asking that question, huh? The person made a very interesting revelation there, or maybe the person was investigating themselves. You notice that every time there's an issue with the UWP, we hear a lot more from my boy. There's a question in the air as to what, the reason, I don't know. Every time there's a big problem with the UWP, and we see the articles from the Marboy. But anyway, that's not my business. Somebody asked me yesterday and was trying to put some relevance to the fact that Marboy has not been existing for some time. Hello, talk to me on the telephone. Are you there? Yes?
Matt, who is the artist singing that song?
I think it's something from AI, but somebody sent it to me this morning. But very, very relevant, yes.
Very, very, very relevant, Matt.
Yes.
Lot, quite substantive. Matt, let me empathize with the brother from Point Michel. Point Michel is
Point Michel, yes. He was living in Newtown at the time when his family disappeared in the ravages of Maria, as he was.
Matt, you see what we were talking about yesterday. Let us give thanks for the resilience of that young man, Matt. The courage and the principle of that young man, Matt. Let us give glory to this brother and made the gates of heaven and the doors of heaven open to accommodate him in his prosperity. Matt, I hear people talking about voting and vote them out and vote. Matt, for how many cycles? The people have not been given a chance to get rid of these criminals by the ballot. Matt, it was so extreme. Which election, Matt? When the opposition say, you know something, look, take it all. Because it's take your custom of taking it. Matt, you cannot get rid of these gangsters, these criminals, these Navy SEALs and snipers by the ballot, Matt. Matt, look at the machinations, the planning, you know, the strategizing, the organizing of this so-called upcoming election, Matt, where you have the electoral commissioners in pure jabber. We're not hearing nothing about the two on the opposition side, Duncan Stowe and all of them, the Lawrence or whoever they are, Matt. The lady herself, she don't know what she's doing. She look, Matt, it appeared and it is alleged that she's a hired gun. She's a mercenary. That's what it is alleged, Matt. How can you remove a man that does not want to be removed and tell you you have to remain there for 2050, and he's doing everything to guarantee his safety and his security? No wonder you have to talk about the amount of police officers they have, what, over 700?
Maybe close to 700. I don't know if it's over 700 just yet.
Mm-hmm. And guess what? He is frightened. He's paranoid. He can't sleep. No wonder his face is getting so black. So, Matt, I'm just saying, stop triple and double, quadruple, whatever, blaming the victims. Because the victims are under the guns of these criminals, Matt. So, let me give glory to the people that stand on principle. And, Matt, I thought it was me alone that, not me alone, I know there are people that are victimized, but my $6,666 after paying over $2,000 to get to meet the 8 requirements. My brother, the partner from Point Michelle there, my brother, one day I'll get to know you, to just say honor and glory and praises and thanks to you, my brother. Stay strong, be strong. Blessings.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Danny Williams. I know you're listening. Send me a WhatsApp message. Somebody has been trying to get in touch with you. So, Danny, if you're listening up there in Long Point, send me a text message. I used to think I had your phone number, but I can't find it. So send me a quick message. Say it's Danny, and we'll continue the conversation. Okay, thank you. Are you there, caller? Yes.
Matt, morning. How are you?
Hey, my brother Kokom, how you doing now?
Yes, Matt, I have a problem with my Prime Minister, and I can say it to you.
You have a problem with the PM?
No, let me say it.
Yes.
Because if the World Bank is giving greenhouses, and the Prime Minister taking all the greenhouses for himself, the Prime Minister, I think he needs to be fired.
He needs to be fired?
No, hold on. So I want the Prime Minister.
Yes.
Mr. PM, you listening to my show? I know you like to listen to our show. I would like you, and if you don't want to read Mr. PM, we deliver we're going and challenge that caller in the court. Because, Matt, remember, you tell the caller like that. Let me tell you, you tell the caller, make sure he have
the evidence
to substantiate his claim. You know that is a serious allegation against the Prime Minister.
Of course.
Matt, let me tell you something. I could remember when Edison James took me to court.
Right.
And a lot of people in Dominica did not ask what Edison James took me to court for. Edison took me to court because I was defending the Prime Minister on Papi Show when Brian Linton was saying that the Prime Minister get money somewhere to build a house. And I heard the Prime Minister said he go to the bank and get his money to build his house. I decided I'm not going and understand no case. I am going to tell me for Edison James because Edison James is a political boo-boo to watch a man like me and take me to court. I adjourned that case there until that case. I just take my 10 days jail and I forget about Edison James. You mean to tell me you are the Prime Minister of Dominica? And a man calling you all criminal and you, the Prime Minister, we know that, my brother, there is no evidence to say that you are criminal. A man calling you terrorist. A man say crazy coconut is yours, you leave that. And a man coming today and tell me, a Dominican, that the Prime Minister taking all greenhouses and every agricultural thing that the World Bank giving to himself. PM, let me tell you something. If you want me to vote you out and to be against you, if you not challenge that one there in the court for the man to bring evidence, you can never sit down and the Prime Minister sit again.
All right, my brother Kokop. Thank you. 449-3095-96 and 97. On the telephone, Dominica, this is the hot sit. Dominica's most talked about talk show. Let's go back in the archives. Kokom, I am happy that you're listening all the time. Thank you.
How you make your bed, that is how you will sleep on it. How you make your bed, that is how you will sleep on it.
Kokom, you remember that too?
How you make your bed, that is how you will sleep on it. How you make your bed, that is how you will sleep on it.
How you make your bed, your granny always told you, how you make your bed is how you sleep on it. 449-3095-96 and 97. Another clip that you should want to remember, huh? Listen.
This person say we're really suffering. I don't mean you're really suffering. I mean, give me a break. I know why you get to complain like this. Everybody just complain, and not thanking the Lord for what they have, and everybody's complaining about what they don't have and they don't have enough. And thank the Lord for what you have. I just complain and stuff for suffering this and suffering that, and you have to move on from this thing. Everybody watch this place is becoming a place of complainers and a complaining industry. We move from gossip now to complaining, as this is our country, and we have to be grateful for the opportunities this country has given to us. But this complaining and I don't have this, I don't have that, and that person have that, boy, and this needs to have this, and
so your Prime Minister said you should not complain. Remember that, huh? And remember the Prime Minister also saying that he should be the highest paid, but you're not paying the NEP. This is what somebody is saying at this time. So you should be the highest paid, but you're not paying the NEP. What's the reason for that, huh? 449-3095. Maybe funds are drying up. Maybe that, okay? Let's go back to another WhatsApp message there. Oh my God. Too many phone calls at this time. Yes, talk to me. Yeah? What is this?
all this stress they get given in Dominica and all this responsibility they have. And, what my salary like? So most people make more money than me.
All right, 449-3095-9697. Are you there, caller? Talk to me, yes?
Yeah, good morning, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I just want the caller, the young lady to know, just like the guy from Point Michel said that the Prime Minister know him and know that they classify him as the enemy of the state. When they get to know who she is, she'll be the enemy of the state and she'll be fired. On the other note, Blessing made a report, a statement like, how do you remove somebody who doesn't want to be removed? And I just want people to know that there was a very important election in Hungary where the Prime Minister that was Cuban, he was highly respected and honored and revered by the right-wing politicians. Even Donald Trump sent J.D. Vance here. Donald Trump told the people of Hungary that if they vote for the guy, that he will give them a lot of financial backing. He was well enshrined. He was the longest serving Prime Minister of Europe, one or something like that. And he was and everything was just supporting him for him to really win elections again. And he lost. It was a big thing. He lost, and it showed. And the people saying it showed that when somebody is enshrined in the government and the foot is solid, that they can be removed. And I try to let the UWP and the opposition know that even if Skerrit is there, he can be removed. But we have to take lessons from other people, other places that have given us the example. And we have to try and pattern it into ourselves and to our culture and to our situation. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I remember one minister of government also saying that all young people in Dominica are employed. Where are they employed? You should want to tell me this MP from the Pittsburgh Savannah area there.
Everywhere. Let me tell you something. This is one of the hardest job I had to get these 8 people.
8 people?
And I said to myself, but what is people talking about young people who have, because we could not find, Mr. Speaker, all man in their vibes, no matter what kind of vibes, but all man in their vibes, and all man making money. So therefore, it was a real struggle to get 8 young people. And we were talking about unemployment. What are you talking about? Because the person not by cost, the person not in a bank, you consider them to be unemployed. That is your only notion of employment. Hey, brother, man have right, man have house, man have all kind of things, and how is that they're not employed? You know, son? So I struggled. Even up until today, I think I maybe get the last 8 names because everybody occupied, Mr. Speaker. And we don't even have an airport building. But I want to say the last for last. The Loubier to Granby Road, but I will say the Loubier to Bagatelle Road, Mr. Speaker. But the first phase, Loubier.
449, but everybody have big ride, Everybody's employed. Sometimes you always say, think before you talk. Some people don't do that at all. They say it because they have to say it. It sounds intelligent. Hello, talk to me on the telephone. Are you there? Back to you. On the telephone, good morning to you. It's just about what? 10:48 in the morning. 12 more minutes and we go. Hello, yes?
Good morning, Matt. I'm Danny Williams from Point Michel.
Danny, how you doing? You should give me a call on my cell phone, But you can talk. Go ahead now. Call me on my cell phone. I have some information for
Matt,
you.
hear that?
All right, go ahead. Yes.
I need to come on that show. I need to be live. I want the whole world to hear me.
Of course, I will invite you on the show. We'll talk. I mean, you know where I live. You know my number.
I have so much to say.
You hear me? Danny?
Hello?
Yes, I'll invite you someday soon. I'm just telling you, get in touch with me on my cell phone, 225-6417, and we can arrange.
I send a couple messages for you. I will tell you to call me for me to talk.
Okay, no problem. All right.
Because I have so much to say, and that little short video, maybe later today or by Friday.
Before Friday.
I find I stay quiet for too long. And remember the other day I meet you by the going at your home and I was showing you the messages.
Yes. You have the evidence on the phone.
I want you to put it out to the media so everybody can see it. Because people believing like I just come in and talk and say things. And to me, that government don't have to give me nothing, Because you see, 8 years I standing up on my own, doing my own thing for myself. Nobody will know. It's my girlfriend that's taking care of me, helping me out. I have my little farm, I checking my little business, doing my little thing. Nobody will know. So I need the whole world to know because I remember after Maria, when Prince Charles was there, and I personally met Prince Charles in front of Kerry. And the way he talked to me and grabbed me from Prince Charles, and all them things, I want to say that on the media, all the promises, all them people like UNICEF that come down and I try and go and get my help for myself. And then people say, no, government will take care of you. Look, I there still after how much years. And I still in the same house where they give me rescue after Maria. All people on the media can say, oh, it's so much years and things, but I hold it inside for so long, bottling it up, because I didn't want to say nothing. Because every time people always say, oh, they give your sister a house. Oh, what about that and things? But they give my sister a 3-bedroom house for my younger brother and her 2 children. Also, my little brother couldn't even stay in the house. He had to migrate. He had to run from Dominica. His family break up. The man's a young man, younger than me. The man has also he has 2 children. His children couldn't even be close to him because of that same bullshit that happened. Sorry, my language.
All right.
Matt, I have so much to say, I'm telling you.
Well, I'll invite you. I'll invite you live one day this week. Okay, I'll talk to you. I just got your number. Okay, I'll talk to you.
Still some other people, I want them to know because that was a radio station from Saint Lucia that come down after Maria. They say they came down, especially when they hear me talk and say, well, that's my situation. I want all them people because I want to put it. Okay, thanks.
All right, thank you very much. We'll talk to you, Smokey. We'll talk to you, okay? Now, Mr. Danny Williams, looking for an invite to tell his story. Maybe a very interesting story. Dominica, the young people are speaking out now. At least some of them are still afraid, fearful, yeah? No, they will not give him any call out. I know this, Danny. He's been speaking out. And he's remained silent for a little while, but nobody will shut him up. No. 449-3095 when Mr. David Williams will be on the radio, of course. I will let you know, and that will be very soon. This is the hot set, Dominica's most talked about talk show. Are you there, caller? Yes, we've got to go.
Good morning. How are you?
How you doing, my brother? How you doing? The man of the attitude. How you doing, bro?
How are your parents doing, my brother? Talk to me.
All right, they're doing well enough. Thank you for inquiring. Yes.
I hope they sometimes listen to me. Give me just 1 minute.
Go ahead.
What is the Ministry of Trade doing in Dominica? Our manufacturing and sales of our cement products in Dominica. We know it's a CARICOM commodity. What are they doing? I mean, if they're negotiating for higher price for the cement, that does not mean that the cement plant should stop selling cement to the public. What are they doing? One. Number two, I cannot believe it's a government that would negotiate in principle with the cement plant in Dominica. That you as an individual cannot buy cement unless if you're buying 5 pallets of cement in the main depot. Does that make sense? Or the Caribbean islands, I'm traveling and you go to the main depot and buy 1, 2, 3, 4, any amount of cement. Why is it been so difficult in repurchasing cement? Of course, the cost is a little lower at the main plant, but they can also sell, minimal at the retail cost that other plants or other outlets are selling. Why are they so difficult on the public in Dominica? The Ministry of Trade needs to revise that agreement that they have with the cement company, because trust me, it is not auguring well for Dominica. It's not. And now we have a cement crisis on the island, which of course I can assure you that there are cement on the island, but the big guys want more money for the cement, and they just decide they're not selling cement, but they can sell the cement and still negotiate for a higher price.
Well, I'll do for you, I'll investigate and find out just what is going on with the cement crisis you're talking about, okay? It is a cement crisis. So we'll try to find out more, okay? Thank you, Mr. Parker. Somebody saying, Matt, there are so many cases like this young man. I have the same issue, but honestly, I'm no longer interested in their house or any handouts. I shall speak the truth. Now, who's this person? Let me find out who's this person there.
Matt, this is my pal rep, No disrespect to my pal rep. He's a bright guy. I can tell you that. I know of his upbringing. I can tell you that.
Okay.
But the issue we have in here is that one man is scouting around, removing people, okay, from their professional life, their career path, to bring them in unfamiliar ground, what they're not accustomed to. So you cannot blame the young politicians. Well, in brackets, it's not their fault. So it's just the man is higher in you. You know, you are respected in the community. You have a good education. You're popular. The people vote for you. He give you an offer. He hire you for 5 years. Then he look for somebody else. So you are alone to stay in politics and build a permanent career for 25, 26 years. Other people is for 5 years and get somebody else. Like it's your system, it's your party, it's your country. So based on, you see what my parents said there, and a lot of them have said certain things in the House of Assembly. That is not conversation and vocabulary and everything else for the House of Assembly. But it's not their fault. You cannot blame them. They're like fish out of water. Somebody put them in that situation. And that is just so disrespectful and unfair to our young professionals. To get happening in Grand Bay again.
I've got to go, Dominica. Remember, I told you we'll be discussing the issue in the Antigua. It must be affecting the islands of Dominica and the other OECS countries from the UK. Stay focused. This is Q95. This is the hot set at the 1 o'clock hour. There is more. We've got to go. See you around. Some people say it's difficult to get the queue, but some people, like my good friend Blessings, seem to have more special techniques. Well, you should ask Blessings what are his techniques, huh? I try my very best to get around the many phone calls. Some more people are just more fortunate than others, huh? I don't see, I'll repeat, I don't see numbers. I only see lights, huh? See you around.
People members, they lazy, the captain, teeth in the car, and the master just can't stay. The plane is going to crash.